I'm a single mom. I have been since the very beginning. I was 15 years old when I started coming around to Clarity Clinic. I remember being so scared. Right away, I felt just the welcoming environment. I knew that that was where I was supposed to be at that time. I was scared. I was scared because I was 15 years old and pregnant. And Jesse performed the ultrasound, and we found out that the baby wasn't viable at that time. There was no heartbeat. So when you find out that you're pregnant, you kind of process it in your mind and what your life's going to be like. So it kind of just that was heartbreaking. Family members, they were happy that I had lost the baby, which is really hard because it was a loss, Time had gone on, and I had ended up getting pregnant again. We had gone into a room and sat down and talked about a couple of things, and I do remember Victoria praying for me with that, and you just could feel the warmth. But this time I was like, it had hit me. I knew that there was no longer a baby, that the baby had passed away. I knew it was a place that I could return to. I knew it was a place that I was going to find somebody who loved and cared about me. A few years had passed, and I found out I was pregnant. So where did I return? And this time, there was a baby. There was a baby in a heartbeat. It was the most amazing experience. Honestly, just seeing your baby on the screen, the baby was waving. It was and I had it moved and squirmed. I was I did not. It's the tiniest little thing, and you just see it move on the screen. I don't know. It was just amazing. And at that point, I was dead set. I wanted to parent the baby, which Anastasia's now 4 years old. So she had given me flyers on what I could do to get help. We had also gone downstairs and looked at the boutique and learned about Earn As You Learn, which are videos that we can watch, classes that we could go to earn points to get boutique items, whether it was diapers, wipes, clothes, cribs. So that was awesome, and it was also teaching you. You were getting taught different things about parenting and stages that your child's going through, stages of pregnancy that you're going through. So that was encouraging and welcoming and helped a ton.
It's hard to believe just 3 years ago we moved into this building that once provided abortions. It's exciting to see how life is valued in this place now. Many lives have been saved. Many lives have been impacted, and young families have been changed for a lifetime. As a pregnancy center, we want to update our technical footprint with our clients. Clarity Clinic and other pregnancy centers are completely focused on the unborn in their community. Outside of us, there really isn't any entity supporting the youngest, most precious, most vulnerable, and valuable part of our community. The argument is usually all you care about is saving that baby, but you don't care about the mom. Another argument is it's a woman's choice. Choice, an act of selecting or making a decision when faced with two or more possibilities. That word is so political and overstated for the wrong reasons. Clarity Clinic, pregnancy centers, and donors make a strategic choice to impact unborn, newborn, infants, toddlers, moms, dads, and support their first start as a family. Just like seeing a life on an ultrasound screen and watching that heartbeat and hearing the mom say, "It was a heartbeat? It's a baby?" That is a powerful thing for a family legacy and generations that will be impacted. And life is actually valued right before your eyes. The choice to do more than the average expectation as a pregnancy center in a community and support and touch young families is a powerful thing. You know you're making more than a difference. You're making history. Every week, every day, we pour truth into them, one life at a time, one family for a lifetime. Our expansion will be called the Tree of Life Education Center. It will pour into families for generations to come. Families will be supported from the very youngest and newest to the toddler age. It will be a great way for resources in our community to network and unify, for churches to be impacted and support centers, and centers to support churches. It's hard to believe we've done so much in this small space. Imagine what we could do if we really were able to break ground this spring. Imagine the possibilities and the families that could be transformed. We can do it together with you. In this small space, every week we pour truth into the clients we serve. It is a powerful choice that will have a generational impact on the family and the community, one life at a time. These children are our future. They're the future of our community. Since we've been in this building, hundreds of babies have been saved. Who knows how much the family impact has been? Can you really even measure that? Statistically, we have been growing and we continue to grow. Already this year, we're well over 18,530 items. And I'm sure by the time we reach the end of the year, we'll be well over 20,000. That's a lot of families impacted. That's why we need to break ground. Are you in? I'm excited tonight about our speaker, the owner of Bright Course and Hope Sync. Those programs will help us to make that happen, to engage with the younger generations that we serve.
The program impacted me the most by getting all his needs, like diaper, like essentials, and making sure that he's up to date and everything, making sure he's got where he's at, what milestones he's at.
The greatest impact Clarity Clinic had for me and my family was that they were there emotional-wise for me. They were great support. They helped me emotionally be ready for my kids, and it was nice being able to come in and just not being so overwhelmed when I left.
It's definitely a lot of help with being a kind of a single parent, because my boyfriend's the only one that works. So it's a lot of help, and it makes me glad to know that there's people out there that help everybody out. I definitely recommend this. Everybody I know, I tell them, if you're having a baby and you need help, or if you have a child already under the age of 5, you should definitely hit Clarity up and let them know you want to start some classes there. I knew I was pregnant, so I was already nerve-wracking. I was kind of in a bad spot in my life because I had no job, and I was gonna have, later on I found out, that I was gonna have 2, not only 1, but 2 babies. So I was, the first time I definitely came in here, I was totally lost. I didn't know what was coming, and coming here today is I know where I'm at. I feel comfortable, and I feel welcomed with everything I have.
The program has impacted me most by helping, teaching me about the pregnancy, about what to expect, how to deliver, labor, coping with it, breathing, and not being stressed.
The first time I came in here, I was terrified to tell my parents, and I was not expecting them to help me with that. Without asking, I was counseled and on how to, tell my parents, and they made it so much easier. And after my appointment, the very next day, I did tell my parents, and it just gave me the courage to do so. So I appreciate it so much. I honestly have to give it a 10 out of 10. I couldn't be more thankful than I am for this place. I wouldn't know where else, to go, and this was the first place that offered me the kind of support that I needed. So